Welcome to Rock Talk Lapidary, your podcast for everything rocks.
Coming to you every Thursday 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and tap that bell. Let's get rockin'.
Hi guys, welcome to Rock Talk Lapidary, where we hang out with some of Lapidary's most influential and creative people, just like you. We have tips and tricks and lapidary advice from beginner to master, and so I'm sure we have something for you. You might want to go ahead and jump down into the comment section and let us know where you are watching from. Grab your notebooks. You may find something in the show that you haven't heard anywhere before. So we meet every Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to be here and subscribe, turn the bell reminder on. And each week we do a live giveaway for our live viewers to win. So be sure to share this video with someone you think who would love the show, or they may just like rocks, and drop a comment into the comment section on the live comments to be entered into the free drawing. So now let's introduce our co-hosts. We have Courtney King. Welcome, Courtney.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
I am good. I'm great. It is good to see you too.
So hi everybody, I'm Courtney King, CNS Services, Captain Stones. I'm a cabber, I'm a slabber, I'm an all-around rock person. I sell stuff, I do stuff, I talk about stuff.
Yes, you do, and you talk
Happy
really
to be
well
back
so
for
that
another
people can
season.
understand. Yes. Season 2, episode 1. We are rocking it.
Yes, super excited. Good stuff.
All right, let's bring on our next co-host. This is David Layton. Hi,
Hey, everybody.
welcome.
Hey, Kirsten.
Hi, Dave.
Good to see everybody again. So I am Dave, and we have a company that we call Rock Tumblers for Autism. You can find us under Facebook under that. And what we do is we raise funds and we buy rock tumblers and give to kids who have autism. We are also a federally registered charity under Cogwheels for Autism. And so we are legit. I mean, it feels good to be legit. And a lot like Courtney,
Too legit.
I cut rocks, slab rocks, cab rocks. So I play with rocks and I talk about things.
Awesome, Dave. So glad you're here. Next up, we have Ryan Brown. Welcome.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Ryan
Hi,
Brown.
Ryan.
Me and my little brother Andrew, we run Glacier Bros. We sell rough and slabs live on Facebook. Also do some polishing and some art. Got some things coming up I'll be showing later on. But everybody, just excited to be back.
Yeah, feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, feels awesome.
All right. Well, thanks, Ryan. And our next co-host is Matt Sams. Welcome, Matt.
Hey, how's everybody?
Hey, Matt.
Glad
Awesome.
to be here. Glad to be here. So I'm the new guy on the block. We also have another new guy named Brad. But I'm a beginning lapidary artist, right? I have just taken up recently cutting and cabbing and that sort of thing. So excited to learn. I've got some great support and some great mentors, and here to share whatever I can.
Awesome. Well, I'm Trista Safford, and this is my YouTube channel. We are morphing more into doing the podcast and focusing on what you guys as the viewers are interested in learning about. We're going to have some amazing guests this year, and I am so excited. So we will do a little sneak peek of what's to come at the end of this episode, but be sure that if you're watching this live with us, that you're dropping comments. And then I think Matt wanted to talk about our new intro.
Yeah, so we got together, and Kirsten pretty much headed everything up there as far as executing and getting it done, sourcing the new video that shows at the beginning of our show and also at the end of the show. It's really neat. It was a great collaboration by the group here, and I think it turned out awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for everybody to see the outro as much as the intro. It was quite a fun project. We all sat around and came up with the idea together. So it's just a little piece of each of us in there. So I thought that was really cool.
It was a lot of fun.
So if you're watching or listening to us right now, and you didn't get to see our first season, those episodes, they are available on the YouTube channel and on Spotify. This season we will be adding videos to Spotify, so if you'd like to watch there instead, that's available to you. I think with our review of last season, like, how do you guys feel about how we grew as a group together?
Awesome. I love our chemistry.
Absolutely. Yep.
We have awesome chemistry. Even when we're not on here, guys, we're constantly talking and joking. We're all hitting each other up for identification on things that we don't know. So we're constantly helping each other learn. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good group of people we got together here.
And I think Ryan hit on something that I think is one of the great things. We all bring a little bit of knowledge to this, but none of us are all knowing about it. So it does kind of bring a cohesiveness, because we get to share that information, whether we're on here with our audience or whether it's in our chat that we do or whatever we're doing. And we have kind of become like a family of knowledge builders.
I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave and I and Courtney have been trying our hardest over the last couple of years to make a podcast that really is going to stand out and help a lot of people, like Matt, who's a beginner, get into this and learn the right ways, how to do things, and also learn from our mistakes. We do all still screw up. So, yeah, some of us more than others. But,
that's part of the fun of it, though, right? Like, how do you learn? You learn by making mistakes, right? If you don't ever make any mistakes, you're not ever learning anything new.
That's right. I tell you, it is really fortunate to have the wealth of knowledge, that the team brings, and I think it's a great opportunity for our viewers to capitalize on that and to ask the questions and also get some of that knowledge and whatever they're struggling with as far as calving, cutting, whatever it may be. There's a wealth of knowledge here, and it's greatly appreciated.
Yes.
Well, and I'm watching all of the chat that we have going on from our viewers, and we're getting a pretty good stream recently of people who are commenting more, and they're feeling more a part of things, so that they're giving us more information, what they like, what they don't like. And I see a lot of names, some of them Tammy, that actually has a couple of my pop sockets, and I see Scott here, and East Coast Gyms, and just a lot of people. And if it was not for them, we wouldn't have a reason to do this.
Oh, Tammy and Troy and Ann, there's a bunch on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What's up,
and then
guys?
you see Kelly. Kelly's actually going to be one of our guests in February.
Oh,
She's going to be
awesome.
our wire wrapper lady.
What's up?
Hi, Kelly. So yeah, good to see people for sure.
Welcome, everybody. Have some fun.
All right, so I think you guys are going to get a lot of laughs from watching us as we have grown throughout the season. We are going to share bits and clips of highlights of things that we thought were maybe the funniest or most poignant part of each show. And then I can't wait to hear everybody's responses. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Remember, when the video is playing, you guys are muted. So here we go with video number 1, episode 1. You inspire me, Dave. You inspire me. Don't get a big head, though. All right, you got any really cool rocks you can share with us today?
Well, to me, everything is a cool rock. I don't know that there's not a rock, that's not cool. But I've been doing a little bit of calving, and I've actually been doing a lot of slabbing lately. So I added a couple of more saws this summer to what I have. I picked up a new Highland Park 16-inch slab saw, and
Wow.
also one of their 10-inch slab saws, and added it so that we could do some different things. And so, but one of the things, and where's my spray bottle? Oh, by the way, no shop is complete without Dragon's Blood orange cotton candy. Just so you know, that your shop will never be the same if you add this in.
Okay.
That was great. That was great.
I'd forgotten about that one.
I was laughing that whole time. That was fantastic.
And that was the birth of Rock Dog, right there.
It sure was. What a great place to start. And I can already see just how much we have grown.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check out episode number 2. This episode featured Dave, me, and this is where Courtney makes her first appearance with us for the season.
Return policy for me is huge. If I get something and it's not what I thought it was, or I'm just plain not happy with it, something happened, it broke, whatever. People that have a 0 return policy, I can't help you either. You know what I mean? I don't play like that. If you're not 100% satisfied, send it back to me. I'll give you your money back, or I'll get you something else, whatever. So I like to deal with people that have that same ethic, because we can all send out miscellaneous BS and say, sorry, you can't return it, you bought it. But that's, that's short-sighted, in my opinion.
It almost seems odd to think about returning a rock. I mean, you return a shirt that you don't like.
Yeah.
Right? You return a pair of shoes that don't fit, but to return a rock and expect a refund, it's kind of out of the realm of what most people would think about as a returnable item.
Right. Well, I guess for me, because I do, I cut the calves, right? So if someone doesn't, for whatever reason, I try real hard to make sure my pictures they're obviously cropped. I'm not talented enough to get an up-close pic, so I've got to crop them. But I don't do a whole lot of editing and all of that crap to my picture, because I want you to get what you saw in the picture. If you get something and you don't think it's what was in no, okay, or if I've had a couple that have actually broken in transit, I'll give you your money back. It's not my fault it broke in transit. I packed it well. Whatever happened, but you still didn't get the product you paid for. So,
right.
So I'm real conscious of that stuff. Return policy for me.
That was
It
fun.
was worth watching twice.
Hello. Oh my lord.
I think that is one of the key things that we bring to this podcast with all of our combined knowledge. Everybody seems to have their specialty here. Courtney definitely is key and a very big help when it comes to sales, websites, making cabochons. Courtney, you're just an amazing part of our team. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm here too.
And I'm glad your face isn't cut in half and there's no raccoon sitting on your head.
Bonus! We've come a long way, baby.
I don't know if you can't see the top right-hand side of the screen. I have the Rock Talk
you've got the
Lapidary
logo
microphone
on
up
your
there,
head.
and I'm sitting here and I keep going toward it, and I'm thinking, I'm going to hit my head on that.
Well, don't hit your head. Don't knock yourself out. Okay, guys. So season 1 was really all about growth for us, and we're very serious about what we're doing, and we are trying to take it slow. We want to have nice, consistent, slow, steady growth so that we're not jumping in over our heads. So our next video is episode 4, and it features Ryan from Glacier Bros. So let's watch that episode now. A bug hits you, it hits hard and fast, and you just want bigger and stronger. So, yeah.
So I have to ask the question, right? By the way, I'm Dave. If you can't, see my name on the screen, I know we haven't got to meet yet. And this is what's really great about a show like this. we meet people from all over, and maybe we don't know them. We see them on Facebook, but this is a great opportunity. And yeah, I wave my hands because this is how I talk. But I have to ask the question. You said you got a big slab saw. How big is big?
Okay, so we didn't want to go like big to the point of a 36-inch because we wanted Highland Park. We know Sherman Rolling, one of the owners of Highland Park. So we ended up with a 20-inch. We can cut pretty much anything we want. As
Right.
far as turning rough into smaller pieces of rough to be able to slab, I can pretty much do whatever. So
Awesome.
we enjoy it. We love it.
I just set up a new 10 and a new 16. Highland Park the same way, rolling. We had him set up. He's a backer. He likes our charity, so he's kind of one of those guys. We were the same way. We were going to buy one of the shaping machines, is what we originally had set out to do. We decided to hold off on that. We did this instead, so we worked with them a little bit. And so I set up two new ones this summer.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Ryan's been talking about a shaping machine for, about a year and a half now, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm going to get it. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
But now his next thing is a huge flat lap.
Yes. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I still talk with my arms.
I still don't have a flat lap. I got another slab saw and a cab machine instead. Damn it.
That's awesome, though, Ryan. So your production is going to go up, up, up.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
So, and you sell rough. Can you tell us a little bit about you and Andrew and what exactly you guys bring to the table?
Here?
Yeah.
On the show, what I bring to the table? Or
No,
for
I
one,
mean
I'm
for Glacier
definitely
Bros.
the comedic relief. Oh.
You are. It's Ryan's show. We're just
I don't know. I try to be knowledgeable. We're funny. Anytime I've ever shipped something and it's gotten broken in the mail, I've fixed it. I've helped people. We've done charity shows, but I think most of all, we just treat our customers like family. I try to treat every single person like family, and they become that for real. Like I have people that have been buying from us since the first day, and they're at every show, every single show. I love it.
Top-notch material.
There are. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, top-notch material. Great guys. I buy from them.
I do
not
too.
all my material, but I do buy from them. And as a matter of fact, Brian, I just got 4 or 5 boxes today. So much appreciated.
Sweet.
I gotta call you when the podcast is over now and be like, do you like it?
I do. And I got some pretty snazzy dino bone too. So.
Oh, so did Courtney. I just shipped a box for her today with some crazy dino bone in it.
Super stoked about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Marine reptile bone.
Marine reptile bone.
I think we're all crazy for dinosaur and gem bone.
Yeah.
We are going to have a guest this coming season who actually lives in my old town of Kemmer, Wyoming, where they have the Fossil National Monument. And she's going to come on and tell us all about how to prepare fossils that you've dig out of the ground. So that would be cool.
Nice.
That sounds so fun.
Episode 5, I think, is where we really started to come together as a family here. And our guest for that show was Lapidary Dave, who quite a few of us are friends with.
Yes.
If not before, definitely now. Lapidary Dave and I go back to when I first started making videos, probably around, I want to say 2013, I posted my first video. And I have watched him just grow and grow and grow, and he has shot way out of the park with his stuff. He really impresses me. He's really well known for his walkthroughs of the gem and mineral shows on YouTube, and then he sits there and he does Lapidary Live, and you can watch and learn that way. He's just all around a great guy. So let's go ahead and get that clip playing.
So even though there are 45 venues and 200,000 vendors, It's really more
200,000.
something
Wow.
like that.
So
It really starts to come down when you know what you're doing after being there so long. You've seen it all. It's really kind of the same couple hundred that you're working with, and it gets a lot less overwhelming. But I have seen people standing there just shaking, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I don't know what to do. I'm only here for the day. I fly back to wherever tomorrow, and I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know where to begin." And like straight up having like a panic attack from being at the Tucson show.
yeah, well, and I've heard too that your best bet is to do your research, especially if you're not going to be there for a week or whatever. Do
Right.
your research, check the maps. What is it you're looking for? If you're looking for specifics, find out where those booths are going to be. Because it is so big.
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
That was a great show.
Yeah, it was.
It was so
It
fun.
was a
That
lot
was
of
the
fun.
first time we went way over, I think.
Yeah.
He is a
no.
Yeah, we
plethora
went a long
of
time on that
knowledge.
one.
He is such a plethora of knowledge.
He is my
knows so
hero.
much.
And when we talked on the show, I showed this is a pop socket, and Lapidary Dave is the reason why I make pop sockets because of his walkthrough.
While you
And,
master pop sockets.
Well, I do okay with them.
You do. I love your pop socket.
But he is the reason for that. One of his
your pop
walkthroughs that he
sockets
did.
yet, Ryan?
No.
I
No,
didn't
they
get mine
are
either.
they are ready to glue up and they'll be shipped Monday.
Yours just shipped today, Dave.
Did it? Oh, I'm looking forward to that. So I get dinosaur bone too.
Yep.
That's awesome. Where's mine? Oh, I already have lots. I hoard it. I do. I love it. It's my favorite.
Lots is not enough.
Yeah. We always go back to Jim Bone.
That's nice looking. Yeah.
Do it again. Do it again. I missed it. Sorry, guys. Oh, wow. That's nice. Very cool.
Yep. Yeah, but see now, remember I said no shop is complete. You should always have your spray bottle with you, Matt.
I got
You said cotton candy.
got some condensation.
Oh, the cotton candy too. Yes, so you got to have your spray bottle and your cotton candy.
You need a spray bottle. All I need is a Courtney. Anything. It doesn't matter what it is. No, for real, anything. I love it. I love it. Anything. We'll just
I
be
am
like
a rock
going through
licker.
stones online on the phone, and she'll just pull out a big old chunk of crystal gold and be like, "Oh, that's so pretty." I'm like, "Don't put that in your mouth, Courtney." It's awesome though. She's a true rock down.
I know that I posted a video on my Facebook group, Dremel Lapidary for Beginners, Dremel Lapidary by Tristan Safford Art. And it is a video of the dirt, but they scoop the dirt out and it's like a microscopic view of these worms like traveling through. Like you can't see them with your eye. Oh, after that, I never licked another rock.
You see a microscopic
Unless I washed
view of
it.
Your face. You.
No!
Now, to
All
be
right,
fair,
all
I'm
right.
not out in the field licking rocks. That's a little different. I'd probably
Well, and-
wash them off first.
And to
Probably.
be honest, never lick a rock that you bought from somebody else because you don't know who licked it before you did.
That's
Well,
right.
That's true. That's true.
I gotta tell you guys, I'm kind of a germaphobe, so every time I get rocks in the mail or anytime I go out and dig rocks, they get a bath. Used to really, really make my husband mad because I'd, do it in the bathtub or whatever, and
Right, that's funny.
but
It does build
Yeah.
immunity. Thank you, big game man.
it
Thank
does,
you.
yes.
That comment deserves to
Absolutely.
be on the screen, Bill.
Yeah, notice I don't get sick very often.
That's awesome.
Love it.
All right, so our sixth episode. I can't believe we're halfway through almost. Our sixth episode was the very first guest that Courtney brought on, and that was Lisa Catcher.
Yeah.
And she was fascinating. She did silverwork, and so I'm gonna go ahead and play that now real quick. Lisa, so you don't do the lapidary side at all?
I don't. I try to buy all my stones from this lady here on your podcast.
Into tiny stuff now.
Yeah.
So I can't make anything as tiny.
Courtney hates doing tiny stones.
I want 6 millimeter turquoise
I'm gonna
caps
do the
for my
6
new
millimeters
bracelet that I'm
for her.
doing.
But less than 6 millimeter, I just can't do it. My hands just won't allow.
It's hard. So anyway, this is also Courtney's. This is sponge agate, and I couldn't remember the name of this stone. I kept calling her and asking her, pissing her off.
Courtney's got my stone.
She used to call it SpongeBob.
I called it.
Courtney, did you get that? Did you get that from us? Is that a piece from us?
Not that one.
Okay.
The heart was from you, but this I actually got before I met you.
I love how interconnected we all are.
So I just stuck it in like a real random bezel. There's no straight edge to it. Put some leaves on it. I tied in some tanzanite beads, and it's adjustable, so whoever.
So
I really love that design. That is really cool.
So it's really important to note when Lisa says stuck some leaves on it, she made the leaves. She didn't just get leaves and stick them on. She made the leaves herself.
This is my raven. I love raven moonstones. So let's see. We got the top. We got a veil I made. I stuck in a square moonstone. There's agates. There's some crystals there. Some Herkimer crystal down below with the other amethyst. And that's a casting that I bought off of somebody in Facebook. And I love their raven. So that just kind of made itself.
Oh, yeah.
They sometimes go off and tell me what they want. And so that's what they are.
She was so sweet.
Yeah.
And
Work is
funny.
amazing.
She cracked me up.
She's
Yeah.
very
Silver
funny.
work
She's
is
very talented.
fantastic. Oh
Awesome.
my gosh.
It is.
For silver work, man. That raven, the second that popped up again, I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
I am really
Go ahead, babe.
it was work like that that's got me. I'm getting ready to start a silversmithing class because of what we watched with some of the stuff she's doing right there.
There
Yeah.
you go. What were you
That's
gonna say, Kirsten?
awesome. Oh, I don't remember. If it doesn't come out when I think it doesn't. It just
Right.
goes
You're
away.
excited about something.
It was important.
Oh,
though.
yeah, I remember. Thank you. I'm super excited about the guest you have booked, Courtney, that is going to teach us the basics of wire wrapping.
Yeah, that's
And
Kelly.
Oh,
That
That's
is
right.
that
Yeah.
is going to be really fun to
Yeah.
add that skill into our repertoire. So I'm very excited.
Nice.
Episode see.
7.
Seven.
Episode 7. Thank you for keeping me in line. So episode 7 was back to the basics. It's where we kind of talked about the fundamentals of what we do as lapidary artists. And it was me, Dave, Courtney, and Brian. So let's get that one playing here.
Water temperature while you're cabbing. If your water is just a little bit too cool, it'll pop that cab off of that stone.
That's happened to me so many times.
Yeah.
I love Josh Jr. comment about that. Aquarium heater and a 5-gallon bucket with a small water pump.
Right.
Done that? Yeah.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Keep that water warm. That's awesome. I've got the pump in the 5-gallon bucket, but I never thought about a heater.
Kirsten.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking because I have my water for my flat lab is in one of those pump things. So you have to pump it and then it circulates the water up through the hose and then drips onto the flat lab. Everything is DIY with me. So I was just wondering if I could get a heater, a prism heater or whatever they call them, that could go in there. That would, but it's got a seal though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how you would get that because you'd have to have the cord coming out. Oh, a prison heater, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry. I dated a car.
That's a good
Felon.
question. That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't think there's a solution for me. So what I do is I get a hot electric kettle full of water and I just dump it in the already cold water out there because I work outside basically. It's in my garage, but it's not, finished. It's almost finished, but it's not.
What you need is a 5-gallon bucket and a pump and a heater.
Yep.
Just say it.
But then how would I get the pressure of the water to go up and over my hose into my flat lap? That's what
That's
I'm
what
saying.
the pump is for, baby.
Yeah, that's what the pump
That's what
does.
the pump is for. So,
Right.
so, it's like a pond pump, right? It's a pond pump is basically what they are.
Yep.
It's a submersible pump is what it's called.
It's a submersible pond pump,
Right.
and there's a certain amount of pressure. You would just run the pump.
I love that you guys are teaching me so much. I stand by that. I have learned so much from these guys in the last several months that it has rekindled my joy and love of lapidary. So thank you guys. That's amazing. And I do blame my medication for being so out there. Hopefully words will come easier to me soon.
I guess I'm going to have to go on medication, so I have an excuse.
There you go.
I was about to say, I'm happy everybody in this group is out there. Being normal sucks.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, Ryan. How would you know?
I don't know.
You set yourself up for that.
I saw a couple when I went to Walmart today.
There you go.
Made you realize how normal you are?
Oh, made me be like, thank God.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. So I still have yet to do that, but I do plan on doing it after a couple months, and I really think that's going to help my production. So thank you for teaching me that. Episode 8 was probably when we really started ramping up with our guests, and I think you'll see that with Bart Nielsen. He does dichroic glass, and we're gonna go. Yeah, me too. It was hard to pick just one spot for him. So
yeah, his whole show was amazing.
It was, guys. If you haven't watched it yet, it is on the list. It's number 8. Go back and watch it. But here's a clip.
And when you are drilling your holes,
Right.
do you just do? How do you do that? Just with a drill
Well,
hole?
I have now got myself I was at Tucson last year, and I bought me a little Fordham tool holder that holds your tool in a vise, in a like a drill press. So it holds your tool, and that way I can sit, and I've got my flex shaft hooked up to a little bench lathe. I got that flex shaft hooked up to it, and so I can take the piece and just sit and work it. It's a lot easier to hold that piece with 2 hands as opposed to holding it with 1 hand. Work as small as I can get diamond bit through, and then I slowly enlarge the bits with different sizes. I'll do a whole bunch, get them, and then change my bit, and then go ream the hole out a little bit bigger. And then the last step is to ream it with the finest diamond bit I got, which is 600. I'm trying to do that. And then what I do is I use Mountain Mist polish. It's the same polish that a lot of people use when they're polishing fire agate. In various grits, all the way up to 50,000. And I just go through each grit, like five grits. I use a wooden Q-tip, and I break it, so I got 2 of them, and I can put that Q-tip in my hand chuck on my Fordham, and I can then run that piece. I dip it into my grit and run that piece back and forth in the hole. And then finally go get bigger and bigger as I go, and that's how I polish them. And
very cool.
It makes a huge difference when you've got glass and you can see through the glass and see the polish.
Yeah, right.
It makes a big difference.
That is a question I get so much on my channel here on YouTube, is how do you drill holes in rocks? And I gotta say, I'd learn a technique and I would share it with everybody. And then that video blew up, and then I made a new video with a new technique I learned. And the reason that first video blew up is because I was teaching wrong, and I have no problems going back and saying, guys, I was wrong. Let's do it a different way. I think that's key to us learning and growing is how are we gonna grow and learn and do new things.
Absolutely.
100%.
For sure.
Bart was so put together. I know he has to do like all these talks a lot. So he seemed very aware of the kinds of questions that we would have, and he had answers before we even asked them, which was amazing to me. I hope we can have him back on. He was just so nice and informative. I learned so much.
He's legendary
from him.
to me.
Yeah,
Love that.
absolutely.
Love that.
I can ask him to come back this season. I'll put a note.
There are just some people that you can tell by their mannerism, the way they talk, and the way they present, that they put that same thing into the work that they're doing. And his work was absolutely amazing. And the work that he was doing and the show that he did at the same time tells you a lot, I think, about the person that he would be if you were to meet him for real.
I would love to meet him. You know, he's only like an hour away from me.
Yeah, he's close to you.
I'm not going to stalk him, though, I promise.
You remember that in June. Come June, you remember that.
Yeah, I'll take you down. We'll meet him. We'll see. He'll be like, no way.
No, one episode was enough of you people.
Bart, I think Bart does shows for on Highland Park's podcast as well.
He does, yes.
So, yeah.
That is a great segue.
Is that the next one?
It sure is.
Perfect.
Episode 9, we had John Rowland, who is the CEO, owner of Highland Park. And this was a guest that Ryan brought on for us. Yeah, Ryan. So we were very excited. I personally thought it was the best thing ever, personally, because I'm looking for a tile saw, and this guy makes the best stuff out there. So I'm going to go ahead and play that episode now.
I personally want to know about trim saws.
Trim saws.
I might be in the market for a trim saw.
The trim saws, right now, I have 2 different trim saws, but I actually am introducing a third one that we're in the middle of building our first production run on. So the trim saws we have right now are a 6-inch, which is a standard speed 6-inch replica of an older Highland Park. Really a strong utility machine, all cast aluminum, you know, and I changed the arbors on all the smaller saws like that because the old HP arbors were not easy to service. And I made them so they take really standard bearings. If you compare like trim saws, we do a comparison video on the 6-inch saw with like the Rock Rascal.
Yeah.
The Rock Rascal basically is like a Babbitt bearing. What a Babbitt bearing is, it's more like what people will call a bushing.
Okay.
So it's not precise, and it won't last as long, and it's a little harder to service, honestly, because you'll get wear on the shaft and on the bushing. So if you replace the bushing, it still might not be tight when you're done on a machine after you used it a while.
Let me just say, if you put that Rock Rascal up next to your 6-inch, that Rock Rascal's a little girl.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a 4-inch compared to ours. It is small.
The 6-inch HP. Your saw is just a monster. It really is.
That Rock Rascal was the first trim saw I ever had.
Oh my
and I
God.
was going to say the same thing today.
I agree with you. That's why I laughed. That's why my head dropped. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so true.
I have 2 of the HP trim saws, and I still have the Rock Rascal, but the motor is coming off of that and going on to an old Star Diamond that has a vise on it. Because those HP trim saws, you just don't need anything else.
I will tell you what, that dude is such an innovator. He is such an innovator. He's changing everything about the way that lapidary machines work right now. It's going to be awesome. So
Yep.
I do want to say their customer service over at Highland Park is extraordinary. If you show interest in one of the saws, they will contact you personally to walk you through what kind of deals they have going on and walk you through like what you need for the space and everything. They take care of you from start to finish. They do actually have live shows. They do Zoom calls. They do sales live, which is pretty cool. That's also something we're going to get into. We're going to talk about in a little bit. As far as having him on, it really made me feel like this show is going to take off because we got John Rowland.
Very much so. I mean, you're talking about basically with their new factory. You're talking about a man who is the CEO of, as far as I know, the largest lapidary manufacturer that there is. Came onto our show and sat and talked with us just like this right here, and it was really awesome.
And again, that was episode 9. So if you want to go back and watch that one, it was so informative. We learned so much. I mean, you could see in that video, I had my brows furrowed and I was just writing notes as fast as I could. And oh, it was great. He even stayed on an extra half hour after we ended the show and just walked us through, talked to us. It was really great. We love Highland Park here.
Absolutely.
Big
With any luck, we'll have them back on again this season too.
Every lapidary thing that's machinery that I use for is Highland Park. Everything.
Yep.
Everything.
It's going to be what I buy when I buy the professional equipment. That's going to be what I buy. I have a friend that makes cabbing machines here in Utah, and I had thought about getting one of those, but for the value and the price and the customer service that you get with Highland Park, I'm definitely going to go with them.
Oh, it's so good. The CB8, it's like a Bugatti. You know what I mean? It really is. It's so good. It's so good. I love that thing.
I don't even know what you just said. It sounded like a
Bugatti.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what a Bugatti is?
No, won't you?
Super stupid expensive car.
Oh, of course. That's why I wouldn't know what it is. Okay.
$2 million.
I invest my money in rocks. Dinosaur bone in particular.
It's literally the most luxurious cab machine you can have. We've had 3 different brands, and that one, I'll never buy anything else.
That's awesome. I'm super excited about Highland Park and having them on again this season. And you're working that out, Ryan, correct?
Would you like to have them back?
Yes, we would.
All right, well, I'll message John when I get off.
Yeah, I thought they were going to try and do him and Sherman both together.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, so going from John Rowland and Highland Park, we've really delved into dinosaur gem bone. We love it here. It is one of the most interesting pieces of lapidary lapidary material that you can buy. So we went through the next 3 episodes. We had a trilogy. And we started with episode number 10 with Alan Meltzer. I think I said his name wrong. Sorry, and I apologize. But so he is a high-end dinosaur gem bone collector, and he was just a very informative. He taught us a lot about what to look for. So I'm going to show that clip right now.
I personally want to know about trim saws.
Trim saws.
I might be in the market for a trim saw.
The trim saws,
Absolutely remarkable how these fossils are captured, petrified wood and dinosaur bone, forever in stone in full Technicolor glory. I showed you that orange piece before. I mean, that's just the absolute perfect picture of dinosaur bone with the trabecula. That's the webbing is called trabecula, and the agate filled the hollow cells. I mean, it's remarkable. And if you get enough pieces, you'll see other pieces of anatomy in there. It's just fantastic. And sometimes those pieces of anatomy end up in jewelry. Can I show you another specimen you might like? Okay. So I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to explain it to you. Show me them all. Okay. Can you see that okay? Wow. All right, let me get a little closer. All right. This is a big old specimen, a sauropod, okay? Now, bone is least dense in the center. So the center decayed before petrification, before fossilization. It decayed and left a void, rolled around in a river for a while, picked up a bunch of river rock and sand, which finally solidified. Then my friend came by, found it, cut it up like bologna, and that's what we get.
It's like a dino bone pudding stone. I love it.
Yes, it is. Pudding stone in your bone. That's right. And, you know, it's stuff like that that it tells the story of that piece. You know, it tells the story of that bone. There's a lot of pieces like that. You see pieces of crushed bone where, you know, you can see that it had been crushed before it solidified. That's kind of cool stuff.
That is kind of cool stuff.
Dinosaur bone bologna, salami. I'm hungry now.
Bologna and pudding in the same sentence. That's what you got.
Right.
Dave. You're welcome.
Is that what we call pudding stone dino?
That's funny. I'm going to show a comment really quick. It says, and I'm going to read it out loud, I have some agatized dino bone that I got in a collection buyout. I don't have a cab machine, but I do cut, polish, and tumble. Would it be bad to just tumble it? How would tumble dino bone? And I'm going to answer that. Thank you, guys. Yeah, no, it is a bad idea. That trabecula that he's talking about is often calcified, so it will wear away when you're tumbling because it's going to be softer than that agate, and so you're going to have all these lumpy, weird agate lumps. They do a lot of tumbling in China. They have a ton of that, but it's not the colorful gem bone. It's the brown bone. I do not recommend it. I don't think anybody here would recommend it. I do have, if you go onto my YouTube channel and look through, I have several videos about how to hand polish dinosaur bone, and how to polish it with a Dremel, how to polish it with a lap, and how to treat gem bone. So plug in my channel.
I have actually tumbled dinosaur bone. I had somebody who is a supplier that I have. He had a bunch of pieces that he had left from making spheres, and so he asked me, he had about 8 pounds of it, if I would tumble it. And so I did, and honestly what happens, unless it's super agatized, it just becomes a muddy mess. And then you have all of this undercutting where the material around the agatized cells are softer than what the cells are. And you know, the vibratory tumbler was a little bit better, but still it just makes a big mess, and you don't really get much return on what you put in. You lose most of your material trying to do it.
I want to pause for 1 sec. Welcome, Steve. Welcome.
Right.
Thanks for catching us live. That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
super glad you're here.
First timer, yeah.
Yeah.
I just got a call from Highland Park too, Travis. Same time
Yeah,
you did.
they do call quite often. They call me all the time too.
And I just invited John and Sherman to be back on this season, so we'll see what happens, guys.
Nice.
So one thing they did not see in the clip of that show is that John is also a lead guitarist, plays a mean guitar, showed his guitar in the background there. So I'm waiting for him to expand out and have Island Park Telecasters now. I will buy his first guitar right off of the line.
I'm sure he'll get right on that for you, Dave.
Everything for you, Dave.
The next show was one of my favorites. He is such an amazing person.
Yeah, but Alan, I just want to say, Alan was extremely informative. He showed us some amazing specimens throughout the show, and he was able to talk about it in a way that the general populace could understand. You know, he didn't use big old scientific terms except for when it was absolutely necessary. Like when you get dinosaur bone, you're going to see that it's going to be colorized, and it's going to have these black lines through it. And he explained, you know, the trabecula and how that works. And it's super informational. He has a group that he runs called the Boneyard on Facebook. If you are interested in gem bone, that is one of the greatest groups you can join for that. They do sales on the weekend, so you might even be able to pick up some gem bone that way.
I am also a part of that group, Cheerston, and so people know he also does very high-end petrified wood. And on our show, he actually showed some of the yellow cat that also comes out of Utah. So if you're interested in high-end petrified wood, he also does that in that group.
And on the weekends, you'll find all kinds of stones on there, not just either one of those things.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty good
Highly
stuff.
recommended group.
Yeah, it's a good group. Really good group. Really informative. And some high-end bone if you want it.
Right.
Oh, and they also have stuff that's affordable too. So they got something for everybody in that group, which is
Gonna
great.
be some gem bone on Rock Talk Lapidary here pretty soon.
Yeah. So our next episode, as Ryan was saying, he was really excited about Tyree Lamp, and he owns what did they call his business now? It used to be Bikini.
Utah Dump Diggers.
It's Utah Dump Diggers now. So you want to look up that page. He lives about, I don't know, 2 hours from my house now, a little bit south of here, and he has a rock shop in his house. He's open 7 days a week, 9 to 5, and even on holidays, which is just insane to me. If you ever get a chance when you come to Utah, you definitely want to make a stop there. I will tell you, Dave and I had the most fun going to his property and sitting on a mountain of rock that he had collected from estate sales. That was, I don't remember, $1 a pound, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. No, it was $25 for a 5-gallon bucket is what we got that for.
No way.
We got and I brought home 5-gallon buckets.
Hey, Courtney, you want to take a road trip?
Come, you can stay with me. I got lots of
I
room
might
here.
be going to see Kirsten soon anyway. I'll let you know if I do.
I'm telling you, it was
I would love that.
It was 100 degrees at least outside, and Kirsten and I sat on top of that for about 4 or 5 hours out there on top of those piles of rocks.
We looked at every rock we could find,
yes,
and
we did.
we just were so wore out by the end of that we couldn't even move. So, yeah, it was such a fun day. But I'm gonna go ahead and share that clip now. Let's see.
I have a favorite. I mean, they're all fun. Whichever one I find is the one I like the most. There's a few of them that you're drawn to that are really fun to find. You know, the Pachycephalosaur stuff is really neat. I found a few nice pieces of those, and they're really fun. But it's always fun to find tricorns. It's always fun to find anything Rex. You know, just some things just have a appeal. But if it's just a nice bone that comes out of the ground, it's a pretty bone, we like it.
Is there anything that has been elusive that you would like to find that you haven't?
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. I've not found a good theropod jaw full of teeth. I'd like to find one of those. I'd like to find a nice, complete theropod of some sort up in the Hell Creek. I've not found one of those.
Okay.
But I mean, there's plenty. I don't know long of what I found and not found. So.
Right. Have you ever found a pet
pterodactyl?
There you go. Is that what that says? Wow.
We found a few loose bones of flying dinosaurs. Pterodactyl, not necessarily, but we found a few single bones. They are hard to come by because they're so small and fragile and hollow. They don't survive very well.
Hollow bones like a bird, right?
Okay. Yeah, and that makes sense.
Yep.
That was a fantastic show.
It was.
It was, yeah. It was a lot of fun.
It was really informative, and I just got to say I'm very sorry for the quality of that video. I have no idea why it kept flashing bright and dark. Hopefully that doesn't take away, but that is episode 11. So if you want to go back and watch the full episode about digging dinosaurs, So the girl that we are going to have on this season, Keely, she takes a lot of Tyree's high-end specimens and does the cleaning of them. So it will be fun to see the giant horns and stuff that she has to share with us.
One day.
But that's fun, huh?
Yeah, I'm excited for her show.
Now, if you get to go visit Tyree, he doesn't do just dinosaur bone. Tyree does a lot of other material as well. Kirsten and I spent I don't know how long just walking up and down through the aisles and the tables and the bucket. I mean, all of the stuff he's got is as well as digging, because he has jasper, agate, petrified wood, you name it. But he sells a lot of high-end material, and then he sells some kind of average stuff too. He's got something for everybody. So if you get a chance, go and see him.
Absolutely, I concur. He's amazing.
Really quick, I see Kenny Caspar. He asked if he could send pictures of his dino bone that he has. Just wants someone to take a look at it before he work on it. Any of us.
Absolutely.
Really,
Of course, yeah.
We
Any of us will
have
help.
we have an email you can send that to. That would be rocktalklapidary@gmail.com. Send it to me in there, and then I will disperse it to the group. We'll discuss it, and we'll get back to you with an answer.
And if he's on Facebook, he could also post that to our Rock and Mineral Identification for Beginners group, and we could take a look at it there as well, and
That's
maybe
on
get some other
Facebook.
people in on it.
Travis says he lives about a mile away from the dump diggers, and if I did, I'd be broke.
I'd be
I
there
don't know
all the
how you do
time,
it.
yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't. I would not be broke. I'd be broke for a minute. I'd be broke for a minute.
Yeah, but Kirsten and I wouldn't turn around and resell, though. You do. We would.
I'd resell
keep
some
it.
of it. I'd keep all the pieces I wanted.
Yeah, no.
Well,
No,
I
he
mean,
is amazing. Yeah.
I had to drive all the way from Salt Lake City back to Salem, Oregon, and I tell you the worst part was my vehicle was so heavy. I think I lost 10 miles to the gallon coming back.
I don't doubt that. I remember it was sagging and driving like this down the road. They got the South Carolina squad or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And just so you know, I'm not from South Carolina. I'm more the Okie style.
Okay.
Shit, that's what
Your
my
butt was
Impala
dragging,
looked like
that's all I'm
6 months
saying. Thank you guys for sticking it out with us. We have just a little bit more information to go through. The next guest and our last show of the season before we took our 6-week break to enjoy Christmas and our families was Mark Anderson, and he is an expert on gem-bone lapidary, and he does have his own channel on YouTube. But Mark is such a good friend of mine, and he has the best mental outlook on a lot of things, and I'm really excited to share this clip with you. So let's watch.
I was told never to do the videos of my work and post them. Again, just don't do that. I was told no, that's a waste of your time. And I was like, I thought it was cool. I will still make mistakes. I will still fail until I get it right. But yeah, so video has been for me a very important part of what I do. I'm going to put this out there for the other people that are artists that have work and they're intimidated by putting stuff out there. On TikTok, I didn't care what anyone thought of what I was doing. So I didn't worry about somebody dogging me about glow-in-the-dark pendant or me making it look like opalized bone or me screwing up a penny or whatever. I just put the content out. Even though I had the perfectionist part of me, like fighting that, I still put the content out. It was like a unedited version of me. You also got the smart-ass me when people would say that's illegal. And it hits a little harder than somebody passing you on the street telling you your pants look ugly. You know what I mean? And so if you can get past that and just put the content out, get over perfectionism and just be consistent. And because I like to showcase other artists. If I see Ryan do something cool and I saw his post and it's for sale or something, I'll post it. I'll be like, hey, this is, something Ryan did. Or like all of us should do that. And it's like so many people, it's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. No, look at Joe over there. Joe's doing awesome stuff. Ryan, you played a part in the trash cleanup thing that I did in the Gem-Bone Lovers group. And I really really appreciate that. And like that's basically the heart of what I want to do is like, let's make the environment better. Let's make everybody better. Let's make each other better. Let's hold each other up. You know, if somebody asks me for advice on something, I'm not going to tear you down and say, oh, that is the absolute worst thing I've ever seen. I will say, hey, well, that part's really good. You can work on that area. Do you want advice on this? Is there any way I can help you? You know.
Phenomenal.
That's the way it should
He's
be,
such an
right?
amazing human.
He
dude.
is,
I
absolutely.
love him, man.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, look, I went and supported.
Nice.
Yes, you did.
I love Mark. He's fantastic.
I've been watching his stuff for a long time, and it was so amazing to have him come on our show and actually see the person behind what he does online, because he's the leader in, as far as I'm concerned, Jim Bone cabbing
The
and
lapidary
production.
end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lapidary end of it.
I got lucky when I met him. It had nothing to do with any of his TikTok or his YouTube. He just helped me one day identify a bone and then started talking to me. And then before I knew it, I was talking to him all the time. That was years ago. I love that guy.
Yeah, I will say when I started doing Jim Bone that he was the only one at the time making YouTube videos about how to do Jim Bone lapidary. He taught me everything I know. Everything I know, we collaborated, we talked, we worked through everything. All the videos that I've made, he has helped me with as far as like the Jim Bone goes. So that's just going back to that. And then I personally, after that video aired, I ordered a pendant and a matching set of earrings. So I'm super excited to get those from him. He keeps sending me little clips. This is what he does. If you order from him, he will send you a little clip of where he is about every week or so until he gets the project done. And I just love that because I love to see the process of how things are made.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's not afraid to share his techniques, and I love it. I love that he's like that.
Right.
That's why we're having him back on, right?
We are, absolutely. We're going to have him back on in April. We're going to do 20 episodes for this season, and so that takes
I'm
us
excited for him to come back on
June.
Since I wasn't able to be at his last show.
Yeah, it was a great show for sure.
You're gonna have so
I
much
tell you
fun.
that he reached out to me right after that show because I had talked about beginning, starting out, and he reached out to me. It was all about helping me, set everything up and just kind of give me I told him, look, I'm not ready yet, and kind of give me a rundown of everything I needed to know to get started, and then said, hey, when you're ready, you call me.
Nice.
I mean, that's the kind of guy he is. Phenomenal guy. And, he is super inspirational. Super inspirational.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, yes. He is the kind of guy that would take the shirt off his back if you needed it. And those are the kind of people we want to promote here. We want to promote the little guys. We want to promote the big guys. And we want to talk about and share our lessons and things that we've learned along the way. It's so awesome to have the ability to share this with people. We have followers all the way in Australia, Africa, Europe, Asia. What'd I miss? Everywhere. It's amazing.
Yeah, all over the place.
But we do have something coming up, and that is going to be our live sales show. And we're going to do it kind of like how Lapidary Dave does it. We're going to get on. And I'm going to let Ryan talk about that a little bit.
About the shows? I'm so excited for the sales guys. Okay, so the first one's coming up on the 24th of this month. We're doing them every other Tuesday, and it's going to be mine and Cheerson's stuff first. It's going to be awesome. I'm hoping to have it set up more like if you've ever been to our shows. I'm hoping to have it kind of set up like that, where I can go through each piece with a scale, and we can show you everything really nice, and I can focus in on pieces. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to rotate in between each one of us every other week. So you might get stuff from me and Cheerson, or you might get stuff from Courtney and Matt or Dave. We're going to have it's going to be a blast.
What time are those, Ryan?
We're doing them same time as the show, correct?
That's right.
So for me, it's 8 p.m. Central.
Yep.
7 p.m.
Mountain,
Mountain.
8 Central, 9 Eastern.
That's what it is. Yep.
Right.
See, don't we work great
And
as
6
a team?
Pacific.
I was going to say, if you're over here on the West Coast, it's going to be 6 p.m.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked because I have a lot of amazing stuff I cannot wait to share with everybody. I have picked out about 100 items. There's no way I'll probably get through all those in half an hour. It's going to be an hour-long show, so it'll be split between 2 different people selling. And so, yeah, we're super excited about that. And then, Courtney, I think you have some stuff you wanted to talk about, too.
Tammy just asked a question. So she wanted to know if the live sales shows were going to be on Facebook or here.
No.
So they're here, correct? Right.
They're here.
So,
I'm just going to have them set up where the camera is like a live sell board where you can see my hands so I can show you the stones real nice. It's not going to be like this where you're going to see my gorgeous face. You're going to have to look at my man hand. Okay.
Right.
But
so I guess we'll have to, same as this. I mean, basically, we'll share out links. Each one of us will share out links here on, on our Facebook pages. If any of you follow us or are friends with us, you'll find them there, or just write it down and know that every other Tuesday, starting January 24th, look up Rock Talk Lapidary.
Here on YouTube. And if you have the bell on, you'll see it. Make sure you get that bell on.
There you go. Put that bell on. Like, subscribe. Ding, ding.
And yes, Tammy, there will be some pop sockets mixed in.
Oh, there's going to be all kinds of great stuff. In
There's
fact,
gonna
let
be
me show you what
everything.
tonight's... Yeah, let me show you what tonight's giveaway is going to be, because that is coming up. I have, let's see, we have 2 small pieces of gem bone and a piece of Tiffany. Oh, that looks so small in the camera. It's not that small, but it is tiny. Little rose quartz tumble, a red jasper tumble, and this is a necklace that was made by East Coast Gems, Jackie Binder. She makes these. It is a quartz crystal coming out of a mushroom. Oh, this is one of my favorite pieces. It is awesome. And then you're going to get one of my books called the Lapidary Journal. So inside here, you have lines to write kind of like your idea and then a spot to draw a picture of your design. So these are available on Amazon. If you look in the video description, there is a link to purchase these. So maybe worth checking out. But that is
one of those.
Yes, that'd be awesome. Get one, I'll sign it for you.
Well, and those
well, then I got to buy 2
something
because I
one
need
day.
one to use.
I do have several other journals available. So I have, it's all in the video description. So Andrew has been keeping track of the commenters on the show here tonight.
Yes.
Wonderful. So he should have a list of numbers of, what are the numbers? 1 through what?
1 second, I got it here for you. Let me get the numbers. 17 people, 1 through 17.
1 through 17. Matt, you haven't gotten to choose. So this time you get to choose the lucky winner, 1 through 17.
11.
Lucky number 11
is Stephen S. Scordato.
How about that?
Nice. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Steve.
Yeah.
Hey, I read a comment from him too. He said,
you guys can see 11.
Just looking forward to hearing more of your stories. Super happy to have recently discovered this family of enthusiasts. Everything else is a bonus. Well, there's your bonus.
There you go. There's your bonus.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
So to claim your gift, all you have to do is send an email over to rocktalklapidary@gmail.com, and then I will ship that gift out to you.
He said send it to the next person. Give it to 7.
And where's that paper?
Really? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Giving it to number 7.
7 would be Troy Galades. Troy G. Troy G. Well, that's one of our customers.
Troy G.
Yeah.
Is it
Troy,
really?
So here it is.
Okay. So go ahead and
He
send
is
that
here.
email.
He just said congratulations, and he's the one that got it.
Oh, that is awesome. So go ahead and send that email over to rocktalklapidary@gmail.com and give me your mailing address, and I'll get that shipped out right away to you. Courtney's going to tell us a little bit about what we're going to expect next week.
What we're going to expect next week. What we expect next week is the awesome Christine Miller, who does all kinds of stuff. A lot of people know her. Not a lot of people love her. I certainly do. She's great lapidary. She's just a phenomenal all-around artist and person in general. So super excited to have her on next week. Should be really, really, really fun.
It will be fun. Every time we have a guest on, whether we know them all or not, because each of us goes out and talks to our friends and sees who wants to be on the show. Some people, they're a little shy and they don't want to come on. But honestly, when we interview you, it is like sitting with family at dinner or hanging out at a coffee shop. There's nothing to be intimidated about.
It doesn't pay to be shy around this bunch.
And it's because Christine was very nervous. And I told her just go back and watch a couple of the other episodes. Just see. And she messaged me back and she's like, oh, I got this. You guys are going to be a lot of fun. So,
Yeah.
So,
And then we all got in a group with her and we all started talking to her. I hope that she's super comfortable now because we're excited for that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be great.
Yeah, she should. Right after I posted pictures on that chat that she was included on.
Yeah.
Well, you
Dave.
were the only one guilty that day.
You pulled a Dave. Dave does that all the time.
It's okay, though. It's okay. I do want to mention that we have one other host who comes on the show. He is Brad Bartell, and he has JBB. Unfortunately, he wasn't here with us tonight. He does have a big business that he has to run up there in Duchesne. So what's really cool is he is getting ready to open his first brick and mortar rock shop. So we are very excited. He is an expert at making spheres.
Right.
And he does actually make the spheres for the Utah State Stone, which is honeycomb calcite. And we are friends with the owner, and we may even get a chance to have them on this year to talk to them. If you do go back through the videos I've made, I did a mine walkthrough. Their mine is way out in the middle of nowhere. To get there, it was quite harrowing. I ended up buying 1,000 pounds of honeycomb calcite, and I'm going to be breaking that down and selling that at our live shows, just so you have a little sneak peek of what to expect from me. I would love
to.
This is what you can expect.
What an
Our
awesome
amazing Cheerston made us these awesome. Look how awesome this is.
Got mine yesterday.
Beautiful.
They are awesome.
It's like literally me and Andrew have ours on our mantle.
Nice.
I
have mine. I just haven't opened it yet. I've been so
mine's
crazy.
right there on the shelf.
There you go.
And if she's carving it, you know it's good. That's all.
Absolutely. right.
Hey, listen. She's awesome at what she does, guys.
Y'all are.
Cheerston is a true artist when it comes to the sense of art itself. She is varied in everything that she does, from carving to drawing to painting to doing work with stone. I've been in her house and seen the work that she does. Believe me, guys, she's an artist.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I got host in there, David.
Get that in there. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. So I think that one of the last things that we want to discuss here is what the viewers, you guys that are left here watching us, we had quite a few take off after the giveaway, but we would love to hear what you want to know about. So please go into the comments, leave a nice long comment about what you want to see, because we will take that seriously and we will work hard to find somebody that can come on and talk about that topic. Earlier today on the show, we had a viewer come on and say they wanted to learn about napping. And I have invited a napper on. We are just waiting to see if we can get him booked. But that would be really amazing. So just please leave a comment. We want this show to be like a place where you come and learn and you feel like it's family. So
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So before we go, there is one other thing that I wanted to ask the viewers about, and that is merchandise. So we've been talking about maybe doing some merchandise, stickers, t-shirts, coffee mugs, hats, that kind of thing. We need your guys' feedback. What is it that you would like? What is it that, that you would like to have that shows your support for us, right? What is the ideas? We need some ideas from you guys. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a crappy idea? We've already ordered stickers, so you can currently get stickers. They're going to be $3 each. Multiple, if you want to buy multiples, then there'll be discounts. They are shipped for free. But we just need some ideas. So we're thinking about, like I said, we really definitely probably are going to do t-shirts. But what are some kinds of things that you would be willing to use that have our logo on them? I guess is my question. So.
And
absolutely.
And I'm just going to throw in, and I saw Stevens there saying blushing, someone's blushing. So if you want a T-shirt with Kirsten blushing, I'm sure we can arrange that as well.
We can put that on the back side or the front side or, on the pocket.
So go ahead and order those stickers now. Get a hold of us through rocktalklapidary@gmail.com. If you're interested, we'll get those sent out. That price is a worldwide price. When we do our live sales show, as far as I know, we are only doing USA sales at this time. As we grow and get bigger, we will go into a worldwide shipping. But at this point, it's just going to be USA only.
I'm going to address this comment here about seeing more about carvings, sculptors, contour. We are looking at having a couple of carvers on, in addition to Kirsten being a carver, obviously. So that will be coming up later this season. And then Tammy had a question about, depending on pricing, obviously, and where they're going to be sold. So
wow, cabbing aprons. That is such a good idea.
Oh, that's an
awesome idea,
Steven.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Tammy, I think initially
I'm gonna write that down.
We'll probably do on this live sales shows. You can always email the Rock Talk Gmail. I am going to, whatever we decide to do, I'll be putting on my website. I think all of us are going to find different ways to get the stuff out to you guys.
Yeah, hopefully you'll have them. I should have some on Glacier Rose too, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay.
Oh, you guys are
ace.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for giving us that information. Interesting comments that we're getting. So we are just about done here. I'm going to let everybody have a chance to say one last thing. We'll start with Matt, and then I'm going to take you out as we go through.
I tell you, it was a pretty fun show. I love the review. It's always good to get a good refresher, and love the commentary. People are paying attention, people are participating, and that's what it's about. Ask the questions. We're here to provide whatever assistance we can.
As we're talking, I'm reading the comments that are coming through.
Me
and
too.
I'm just, you guys are amazing. You're helpful. You guys are going to help us just blast into the atmosphere. So thanks, Matt. We're going to hear
Bye, Matt. Love you.
Bye, Matt.
As he disappears into the unknown. All right. So next up we have Ryan. Let's hear from Ryan what he has to say.
I'm
Just
gone.
kidding.
No, I'm just kidding. I am so excited for this season. I really am. Like, no matter who comes on, I could not know who they are. Every week, I'm just excited to get on and see you guys. I'm very excited for sales. I love doing sales. Even it has nothing to do with the money. Just the vibe of a sale is awesome.
So, yeah. I just want to interrupt you for a second. I do want to say, when we do the sales, I do something a little special, and I make dig kits from crystals and high-end items just for people who are like me, who are disabled and they cannot get out and go actual rock hounding. They are perfect for children. I have one that is tumbled stones dig kit, and then I have the crystal dig kit, which is more high-end, and for the adults it includes things like quartz crystals, amethyst, black topaz, which we are friends with the owner here on Rock Talk Lapidary, so we're hoping to get him on with his wife this year. We're super excited about the sales, and Ryan, thank you so much. You are such a breath of fresh air, honestly. You really are. You are funny, you keep us entertained, and you just, your whole, like, everything you and Andrew bring is great. So
Andrew, say hi.
Hey, Andrew.
All right.
All right, guys.
Did you have anything else? You good?
No. I'll see you guys next week.
Awesome. Next week is going to be fun.
Ryan.
We are down to Dave and Courtney. So let's hear from Dave. Dave.
All right. So this has been a really a fun show. And we got to talk about all of the ones that we've gone through, see some funny moments, see some people giving great advice. And we are kind of like a family here. But the really important part about what we do is our viewers. And so I want our viewers to know how much we appreciate you, because without you, we really don't have a show. I'm saddened that we don't have a way that we can see our viewers as well, and an audience, and be able to interact, pull them in as part of the family. But we really appreciate you, and we just want you to come and again, the comments letting us know what you'd like to see, some of the things that you've said, some great comments. Just appreciate you being here, and just continue to come and support us, and let us be able to help you in any way that we can.
Awesome, Dave. I agree. We are super excited about the season coming up. We have so many fun things to bring. Mm-hmm. So, let's see, Courtney.
Bye,
You get to
Dave.
go last. Bye, Dave. You're out of here.
Yeah, hi. This has been a lot of fun. The recap was great. I always have a good time with you guys. Both the viewers as well as the co-hosts. This has just been a lot of fun. I look forward to doing it a whole lot more. Many, many, many seasons to come. See
Absolutely. Heck yeah. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
That channel, you know.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Oh my gosh, we went way over today. We had so much to cover, and it was just fascinating to see how we have grown over the last 4 or 5 months that we have been doing this. I believe since August. I couldn't tell you. But we are going to continue to bring you amazing guests. We are going to try and teach you here and there. If you do want to check out my channel, it is all about helping beginners get into the hobby of lapidary. I teach how to use just about any piece of equipment there is. If you have questions, you definitely can send an email over directly to us at rocktalklapidary@gmail.com. We will answer your questions. We'll help you out. You can send us pictures that way. But we are super stoked. We got 20 weeks coming up, and we have a different guest just about every week, unless we are going to be teaching a very special technique or or tips. So thank you all for being here tonight. We are so happy to have you as our family. You guys rock and you're amazing. And we're going to finish the show now. So thank you.
Great show, guys. Let's go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you next Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.